EK like that one. All right, let's do a movie review. SuperBob. This is a British movie.
I loved it.
EK loved it. This is a British movie. Are you still using the mic for when you talk?
Yes.
Okay. And you have to take that into consideration, that it's a British movie, which means it's going to be slow, it's going to be dry, and it's going to be subtle. All right. British movies are notorious for this. All right. And it is reflected in the star rating when I rate it. Because it does irritate me. British movies do irritate me at parts because of this. And so the whole premise of this is that there's this big meteor coming to Earth, and what happened? Did it break up or something, or it hit? And then, like, one guy with superpowers appears. This British guy named Bob. And he's got all the traditional Superman-like powers, heat vision and flying and stuff like that. Strong and vulnerable. But he's incredibly boring.
Socially awkward.
Awkward, yeah, and just and it's funny because, like, superpowers don't necessarily choose the most photogenic people, or people who deserve the power. And I think when I was talking with EK about this, what was it, yesterday or the day before? I said it reminded me of The Greatest American Hero, where Ralph gets the suit, and what's his name? Shoot, Bill Maxwell. Yeah. Bill Maxwell is like, why did they give the suit to this guy? Why didn't they give the suit to me? I'm the American hero, but that's kind of the point, is that they're both the American hero. Hey, Big Daddy Evil, what's up, bud? How you doing, cuz? So SuperBob, he goes around, because it's Britain, he's got to, like, get all these forms he's got to fill out. Every time he saves somebody, he's got to give them a form to fill out, because that's England for you. They're like bureaucratic nightmare.
The movie is riddled with it.
Yeah, there's a lot of paperwork in the movie, and that's kind of why it's not that great. It's pretty good, but it's not that great. And all the funny parts really come from how awkward he is. Like, I think we talked about this, EK. It's like he goes to that 60th wedding anniversary of these old people. There's a room full of old people, and he sits there, starts talking. It's like, oh, it's nice that you been together for so long, 60 years. I mean, you probably didn't get married when you were a baby, so you're probably up in the 80s, so you probably don't have long left. And so, like, and then, you got that wife, you've been together that long, one of you dies, then just like a week later, the other one's going to go too. So that's kind of a good feeling, knowing that, you're still going to be together, It's just incredible. He's trying to be nice and endearing and sweet about it, but it's just the absolute wrong way to do it. And unfortunately, like that's the soul of all the humor in this movie. And he's awkward, and he's trying to date. He wants a girlfriend, and he's dealing with the bureaucracy of England. And England's like, well, we picked someone out for you, someone to date, and he's like, I don't like you. I like my housekeeper. And he's even rude to her. He's like,
that made me feel really uncomfortable.
What?
That whole forced dating thing was very...
Yeah, and it's something that, you need to think about. Is like, especially when it comes to celebrities, when you think about Taylor Swift and what's his name, Travis Kelce, you wonder if, like, their publicists and stuff like that, they come up with these ideas. The whole Bennifer thing, is this all a stunt just for image and appearance and so forth? And the girl they set him up with, June, she seems like a very nice girl. I would date her, very good looking. But the fact of the matter was, Bob liked the personality of his housekeeper. He liked her brash and talky, she'd always talking and so forth. I think in the beginning of the movie, he even called her slutty,
Well, in the beginning, he kind of had a crush on the librarian.
Oh, right. He had a crush on the librarian. Yeah. Wasn't June the librarian?
June might have been the librarian.
Yeah. And then I went on a date with her, and she was really aggressive, like trying, let's kiss, let's make out and stuff like that. And he's like, I don't know. And I think that's interesting because, beauty isn't everything. Sometimes you like somebody's personality. I don't know if you've ever dated a human being, but if you like their personality, it usually works out a lot better. I don't know. It's a weird, random thought. And so he ends up like realizing that he's in love with his housekeeper, and that's cute and everything. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's really not a great movie. There's not a whole lot of superhero action. A lot of the plot hinges upon the romantic life of SuperBob. Um, there is a moment where they say like the UN has told him that he can't work on Tuesdays or something like that, and there's a big wreck, and so he flies down to this wreck to try to save people, and his boss shows up there and says, "Walk away. You know, you're not supposed to be working today. We're violating international law." And when you're SuperBob, when you have Superman powers, I'm sorry, there is no government on this earth that is going to tell me shit. You know what I'm saying? If you were Superman and the UN, you wake up in the morning, you read the news, and they're like, the United Nations has ruled that Superman shouldn't be allowed to. I put on my costume, I fly to the UN and start breaking windows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're not going to tell me I'm not allowed to save people.
Exactly. And that is the most absurd thing about it, is because he's trying to save people, you know? And that's what bothered me. And that's why I kind of like the ending where he says, I'm no longer good. I'm an Earth superhero. I'm no longer going to be attached just to England. You have every right to do that. And most importantly, no more forms. And then this like guy assisting it, actually, you're going to have to fill out at least one form to say that you're not going to be filling out any more forms. Come on, seriously? And so it's a lot of subtle.
Great moment.
Yeah, it's a lot of subtle British humor in it, and if you like that kind of thing, if you have the patience for get through a British movie comedy, you know, it's pretty good. SuperBob 2015 movie, 8 of 13 stars. If it were an American movie written by Americans, it'd probably get 2 more stars.